What is up, fam? Hope this message finds you all well and in great spirits. Well, today's the day we're actually going to re-dyno the car after all the ruckus that happened the last time we dynoed the vehicle. As you may or may not know, and I'll put a card up right now, we got destroyed. We got destroyed. Well, I got destroyed, not you guys. I got destroyed in the Facebook forums and all over the Mustang community because we said this car was 600 horsepower at the crank and NA because the dyno we went on read 536 wheel, 485 torque, which translates at the crank to over 600 horsepower. I've come to find out through a lot of the Mustang experts that the dyno was not corrected for the right readings. It did not have the correct, what they call SAE corrections done. So we're going to go back, we're going to correct it and see that it runs. To reiterate the mods, very simple. JLT colder intake, Rob Shoemaker's E85 tune, and we have the Texas Speed catless headers. That's it as far as performance is concerned. And, you know, the see to stop the hop kit and the drag pack don't really count for the dyno situation. But we're going to go, we're going to look for that redemption. We're going to find out and see what she really dynos. I'm guessing she'll still be a low 500 at the wheel, but still, that's a lot for an NA car. And at the end of the day, we're still trying to pursue the best quarter mile times we can NA so that you can replicate that with your particular build if you have an 18 or 19. And this is nothing against the 15 through 17 guys or other Mustang guys, but if you're following this journey, you can go along with us. But we're going to head over to Northeast Racing. We're going to hang out with Michael Mack. We're going to hang out with Chris. Let's see if we get the story right. I'm a little excited. I'm a little nervous. It might be lower than I thought. It might be higher than I thought. I might get redemption. So anyways, the Black Mamba's ready, and we'll go from there.
What is it? What's going on here?
We're melting aluminum cans.
For what purpose?
Because
you get more money if it's an aluminum ingot than you do for cans.
Oh, wow.
So if
it looks like one of those like melting ball YouTube channel things.
It pretty much is.
Pretty awesome.
That can's got holes in it. I don't know why. We built that in an hour last week. It's like entertaining just to watch it. We watched it for what? An hour last week? We didn't even melt nothing.
Right. It's something mesmerizing about it.
Extremely satisfying.
I know, right? It's just something that's like, relaxing. Yeah.
How hot's that lid? It didn't melt the glove to his hand, so it must not be that hot.
How hot is that? Like 2,000 degrees?
Over that.
It's got to be close to it because the melting temperature of aluminum is like 1,100 degrees.
She just fired up. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's just the paint and impurities burning off inside. Could have had some dirt in it as well.
I'm just saying, it's really hot now because it's going now.
Yeah.
I'll put the lid back on.
You know what I think? This might be.
That lid don't actually work too bad.
Oh, it's a little
How
scary.
is that lid like? It's crazy.
It's ceramic. It's ceramic fiber.
Spun ceramic
Because
instantly.
like right now I can touch it and I'm not getting
It's
burned.
ceramic cotton candy.
Dude, the fire is seriously.
It looks like a
hot water pressure washer burner.
Yeah.
The burner right on the top.
Yo, you know what I want or what? I'm gonna.
Yeah, like we just see going thing.
I think
Like
you
we're all
should
looking
pull
at
that
this
lid.
like, yo, it's here. What are you tuning your own car?
No, I'm actually uploading a new tune.
Look at this guy. The demon killer itself. What you got there? Look at all
Come on, all my good companies.
You got a lot of sponsors, bro.
Yeah, no, a lot. Viking. My favorite, I think, is JLT because I love the intake.
They
I, think
are
it's,
good.
I really think JLT, they make an awesome product. Vortex like so-so once in a while, you know, they make power once in a while. 1320 video. If you don't watch 1320 video, you don't own a car.
Where's the StangMode sticker?
You didn't give me one yet. I need
don't
the Venom
exist.
Kills Demon.
They don't exist.
You know Demonology's going to be wearing that shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Make
yeah.
sure you bring him like a small, too, because I want to see him
Okay.
squeeze into it.
I got you. So we're here, and we got the hot dogs roasting. We're dialing Michael Max Carter on 9s. The Black Mamba's over there. See if she makes 600 crank horsepower again. No, I'm just kidding. We'll get the real numbers again, and we'll go from there. His car looks great. Remember, she has the old tires from the Black Mamba, rims, wheels. Someone got crazy. I'm sorry. Wheels and tires from the Black Mamba are on the White Walker, he calls it. So, anywho, just hanging out. Kind of got ass right now.
So you gotta figure it out.
Oh my God, look how dirty it is.
You gotta figure
This kid is detailed?
Bugs included.
That's the detail. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm driving all over the place with my drag pack. It's coming off this week. Gosh, I need power to hang with you guys.
You should go. I should go live. Yeah, no, I can do that.
So right now they're gonna prep the car, get it all tied down, so this Porsche doesn't go buck wild. Chris, could you explain what kind of dyno this is and like what you're gonna correct compared to the last?
Well, I don't know what the hell you guys did on your last page.
Okay, yeah.
What the hell you guys did on your last page? Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't here. I seen the. No, I'm thinking either if you pull the relay and the traction control is goofy. A lot of times in these we got to turn that off because even if
Gotcha.
you disable in the computer, it still tries to go into the fail safe.
Gotcha. So you're gonna help
It's
us
a
get the right.
Dynacom
Okay,
dyno. It has an
Okay.
eddy brake.
All right.
So we're gonna put a load on it, and then I'm just gonna do a clean pull
Okay.
like we normally do.
All right.
Make
So
sure it's in the right gear and everything.
we have the man who's gonna help us get the right numbers here.
Oh, this is
And-
gonna be accurate.
Yeah, he wasn't here last time, but he's like, listen, let me help you out there because he saw me getting destroyed online. It said,
Well, I came in, like I said, I was doing a dyno for an Ultra Street guy,
Yeah.
and they were starting to tell me, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And they showed me a picture, because I pulled it up, and I was like, I don't know what the hell this is. And I
Alright,
started
cool.
laughing. I said, yo, when this shit was like this, it should have just been your first time, like something's not kosher.
yeah, the graph was way out of balance.
And we're also going to throw a ground on it and make sure it's grounded. Too,
Okay.
Because that's the other thing on these newer ones. You got to make sure that they're grounded. They get a lot of interference.
Okay.
That can get all goofy and stuff.
All right, so we got the man who's gonna really show us.
Let's
Yeah,
do a
it's right
clean
there.
grid.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the old one.
Yep.
So we're gonna get a clean one. We're
Clean-
starting fresh.
clean look.
I don't know what they would do this, that, but I just know
Okay.
how to do it right.
All right, so we got the man here. Chris is gonna show us how to exactly dial the right numbers in. So if you guys are replicating this build with a E85 tune from Rob Shoemaker, with a JLT cooler intake and catless headers from Texas Speed, this is the right numbers you're going to
And we're gonna do
achieve.
it under SAE
SAE, okay.
spec to make sure that shit's
All right,
correct.
so we're gonna get the exact
Yeah, get all
numbers.
strapped down and all.
All right, cool.
Guy down in Delaware? No, my cousin Joe. From Red. He bought it. He still has that motor. I give everything. The Pro Charger.
Okay, so we're back inside the dyno. Chris is getting it ready, getting the car ready. It's in neutral right now. We turn advanced track off. He's making sure everything's good to go, and then we're gonna see what she actually does. I'm gonna data log this just for so Rob can take a look at the files, and we'll go from there. So he's pulling the fuses out on certain things, so we get a good setup for this part 2. Yeah. Got this. All those fun lights came on. Love all the all the lights. If you're a guy who's not used to doing this and you see all these lights, ABS, all these things here, it's like But this is what happens when you start to do this kind of stuff. So I've learned to not freak out. But before, when I first started, I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? It's just like every light you can think of goes on. Of course, I know about the brake, about the tire light, the airbag light, and the seatbelt light, because that's me. And of course, the windshield washer fluid is me as well. But everything else, it's like, and the hood. But the traction control is me as well. And lights are me as well. Actually, the only light that's come on because the brake is down, just so you guys know. But the ABS is freaking out. But the drama builds. Let's see what happens. see what it.
Oh, that's SET?
Yeah, it's the
It's
shitty.
a
I gotta
pain-
get better
It's a
tuning.
pain in
Yeah.
the ass. Oh, I mean 520.
Okay. So what's the correct? What's the correct?
It's
numbers?
520, but the only thing I don't like it's still wavy, which might be the knock sense. You gotta look at this log.
Okay.
It's cool because you can see it in the actual data points. Let's see, data. Here's your mile an hour. Here's your RPM. And here's your power. And you'll see it climbs clean. And it comes all the way up to 488 at 5450. And then it cuts down. And now we drop into the 470s, 460s, 450s, 420s. By like 67, you pull a ton of power, kicks out, and then it comes back. And we get our peak, like around, you get a 502. And then it drops off again. This is the last pull, 520. So yeah, you peak up here like 72, 7150. But before that, like I said, you're getting a dip. So you're pulling good, and then it dips off for some reason. Let's see. Yeah, see 450, not as bad. And but then it cuts down to 446, and it starts coming back up. And then we'll pull cleaner, but it still has that dip for some reason.
Is that because something with a tranny, or I don't know?
Yeah, I mean, you have to see what the tune tells us. I mean, here, if you want to, that's smooth.
That's smoothed out. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's just, that's, like I said, you do have a little dip. We noticed it a lot more in the last, which, you know, we gotta look at the data log.
So these are the official numbers I can.
This is,
say?
yeah,
Okay,
this is
so
as
this
legit
is-
as it gets. I mean,
This is as good as it gets. It's that's still a lot of power, guys.
it says 586 at the flywheel, it estimates.
Okay.
Like you said, you got 510.
510, and
We
then
got
crank,
torques 430.
430. Yeah, these don't make much torque. These motors. You know,
No,
it's a lot of
no.
torque. but
It's
still.
470 at the engine, at the
Yeah.
flywheel.
Okay.
Yeah, take a peek. Your average horsepower is 446, your average torque. And here's your conditions. Temperature, it's only 60. It's a little 64% humidity. We got a one, correction factor. Just for the weather, it does it, it's SAE. Gives you an estimated quarter mile time. If everything was perfect and you could 60 foot like a demon, it says, ideally you'd probably be able to go, I'd say. That's usually a couple tenths.
Yeah.
But, it gets there if the weight of the car and everything.
Sure.
But with the power you got, it's 510 at 71.
Okay.
But we got to look at the data log and see if it's pulling timing
if
out.
There's even, okay, I'm going to put it on the big screen. So just so you guys know, these are the corrected, smoothed out SAE numbers. 510 to the wheel, 430 torque. We lost a lot of torque, close to 50 torque, but our horsepower is pretty good. We were off only by about 25. But I could be happy with this. Again, this is the max power, average horsepower, and then you see the torque. So still, this is a 500 wheel horsepower car with just 3 power mods, JLT Calder intake, Rob Shoemaker E85 tune, and Texas Speed long tube headers. But I'm still happy, I hope that this helps clear the air on what the car is actually making. 510 wheel, 430 torque. It's not bad, I'm not jumping around like a monkey like I was last time, but still, it's still a lot of power.
A little calculator. We got 3665 on a car weight. Wheel horsepower 510. Estimated E2 10.9 at 121 and change with a 15565.
Okay. Right now we're doing 11.1 at 125 with a 7.1 260 foot. So we're a little.
1.7. Yeah, your 60 is not as good, but that's using the regular calculators.
Gotcha.
If you had that weight, that horsepower, then that would be what your best time could be.
So Chris has just confirmed it's still a 500 wheel horsepower car.
Oh yeah, and it's ETs confirm that.
Yeah.
I mean, these things, like you said, are great for tuning.
Yeah.
They're great to give you an idea of where you're at, or if you make changes, how it affects them. You got 2 big variables. You got the driver, which isn't the biggest, but I'm saying you got driver, but then the other thing is also stuff like wind resistance or going down the track, how much air gets pushed into there, or the real effects. Like you said, we don't race dynos, we race cars.
Exactly.
It don't make the power if it don't mile an hour. And if you got 125, 126, we just backtrack on the calculator, and it's going to give you an idea where it's at. I mean, that's just science.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
like you said, but mine usually reads a little low.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's still the drag. Quarter mile times is what your real sense.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
exactly,
I don't
yeah.
care what any dyno says. The dyno, if this thing said this car made, 1,000 horsepower, but then you go to the track and it runs a 1080.
Yeah.
Now the mile an hour. Now if you ran a 1080 spun, but you still make 148 mile an hour, 153.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well you make the power, but you didn't put it down.
You didn't put it
ground.
down. Yeah.
But if it went to the track and it only trapped 120, well, it don't make 1,000, and then vice versa. If you tell them in here and you tell me, oh yeah, it makes 500, then you go out and you trap 160. So, the math don't add up.
Exactly.
But now,
everything makes sense. 510
it is a tuning tool, and that's the other thing. If the shit's not right and it's not set up correctly, the tool will not work correctly. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, no, this is really helpful.
And like you said, these newer ones, you got to make sure.
There's so many different nannies that you got to
Just stupid
account.
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, we've got a grounding. Like I said, they do put out interference.
Yeah.
As you've noticed before, so you ground the thing, make sure it's in the correct gear.
Gotcha.
And make sure how you're recording it, because if it doesn't read the RPM correctly, it's not going to give you the correct numbers.
Gotcha.
So.
All right. Thanks for your help, brother.
Anytime.
We'll post it up and we'll see what happens, man.
Look,
I appreciate
like you said, the number.
Yeah.
510. You know the weight of the car.
Yep.
You know the ET. You got slips.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that matters.
Love it. So we're 510 wheel horsepower. After corrections, we went down 25. But 510, this you guys can see. These are their official numbers for the Black Mamba. 430. All right, there it is.
All right, Joe, we just got done with the dyno. We re-dynoed it, and it's official. The Mustang, the Black Mamba, the 18 Mustang GT still makes over 500 wheel horsepower, but it's 510. After we corrected it with the correct corrections, the SAE corrections was done by Chris. But very proud of the Black Mamba. Love this car, and we're gonna see that 10 soon. All right, y'all. Hope you know it never ends. Peace.